parenting tips. Do you know you can teach your toddler to tidy up after himself? It's a good idea to teach your child this responsibility early on, because the older they get, the harder it might be to teach these routines. The first thing to remember is that children learn from example. So, if you treat house cleaning like a chore or a punishment, so will they. Make tidying up into a game for you and your kids. You can also make up a reward system to encourage them to put their toys away or to make up their bed in the morning. Make it easy for them to tidy up. Use just one blanket instead of a whole set of beddings. Set up plenty of storage places for his toys that are on his own level. Teach him to take out only a few items at a time and put the items back in place before he starts playing with something else. This is an opportunity to teach your little one good habits, responsibility, and the importance of staying organized. Did you know you can help your baby fall asleep on her own? Babies can begin to learn to soothe themselves to sleep. Around the age of 3 months, you can start a bedtime routine. That will help baby recognize it's time for bed. A bedtime routine can be something calming, like a bath, reading a bedtime story, or playing soothing music. Make sure you put your baby to bed before she falls asleep. If baby will get used to falling asleep in your arms, she's likely to cry every single time you put her down. If you are nursing baby, try not to nurse her to sleep. Feed her an hour or so earlier, or she will get dependent on that for falling asleep. Make sure bedtime is not too late and your baby is not overtired. And know that you might need to breathe through a few crying spells a few nights in a row before she gets the message that she is safe and that all is okay to fall asleep on her own. It's important for your toddler's development to find his own way in the world. The key is to facilitate your toddler's independence in a controlled fashion. Your toddler is learning how to do more for herself, and she feels more in control. Around 3 years old, she will learn how to dress herself. When she's ready, provide the least amount of assistance possible. Let her put that shirt on, but you help with the buttons. Give your toddler a chance to pick out her own outfits so she can enjoy big kid decisions. Let her decide between 2 clear choices. Don't worry if your toddler becomes a picky eater. Pickiness often comes with this age. Just keep giving her healthy food choices. Try not to ask your toddler yes or no questions. The answer will often be no. At this age, she will become more social and will likely want to play more with her peers. Give your toddler opportunities to make up her own games with her own playmates. With a little patience, you and your toddler will both enjoy this newfound independence. Is your baby almost walking? Here are some tips on how to encourage her first steps. At around 9 months, many babies are good at crawling and can crawl themselves up to a stand. At around 10 months, babies can stand for a while, as long as they are holding on to something. Then, by the time they're 11 months of age, babies can move around the room supported by furniture. Finally, by around 1 year of age, your baby is ready to walk. Here's how you can encourage your baby's first steps. Confidence is the key to get her started. So let her rest in a standing position while holding on to something to build her confidence. You can also stand several steps away from your baby and call her to come to you. Compliment her on a job well done. To strengthen your baby's motor skills, build a kind of obstacle course for her. Remember, mobility can put your baby at risk, so watch her carefully, but let her enjoy her new freedom. Between 9 and 18 months, your baby will learn how to feed herself. Here's how to encourage her. At 9 months, you'll notice your baby holding the bottle longer or move on to a training cup. She will enjoy smearing foods and be happy trying to use utensils. Let your baby experiment with utensils, but make sure they are plastic-coated and baby-safe, so that she doesn't hurt herself. To encourage your baby to feed himself, give him mashed foods like peas or beans, or lumpy foods like oatmeal, which are easy for him to eat. At around 1 year of age, your baby may start picking food off your plate and exploring self-feeding. At this stage, you can offer your baby finger foods and training cups. He might spill some, but that's all part of learning. If your baby is walking already, he might not sit still at dinner time. Yet try to include your baby at all your meals and encourage his exploration. Your baby will start recognizing his caregiver at around 4 or 5 months. She will smile to those she recognizes, but he might refuse to be held by people he doesn't know, and he might even cry. This behavior is called stranger anxiety, and it is a very natural step in your baby's cognitive development. Stranger anxiety is the reason it is better to introduce a new caregiver in the early months of life. This way, your baby will already know that person and feel safe with him. But if you need to bring in a new person into your baby's life after he is 5 months old, there are steps you can take to make it an easier transition for him. Bring the new caregiver into your home to meet your baby and spend time with the two of them. Give your baby a chance to approach the new caregiver at her own pace, and have that person bring a toy or book to play with your baby. Remember that each child is different, so different babies have varying degrees of stranger anxiety.
Subscribe now